That's the thing too. Overture episode 62. I'm Kevin.
I'm Nolan.
Drew will be here at some point. So Nolan, tell me about ghost busting.
Well, number one, Bustin makes me feel good.
It does make me feel good.
This is the new Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters, hold on.
Yeah,
What is it?
reboot number 2.
Frozen Kingdom. I wanted to say Afterlife, but Afterlife was the one before.
Yeah,
And then the girl Ghostbusters.
that's
It's
just
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
No, it's Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call?
Oh, I see.
Is now the tagline for that. So Ghostbusters Frozen Kingdom is the sequel to the one that came out a while ago.
Yeah, the one with like the children.
With the kids. So hey, the kids are back.
The kids, they're back.
They are back, and now they're in New York, and now they're the new Ghostbusters with the other old Ghostbusters supporting them.
Man, that's. I think that's the part of all of these kinds of like reboots and revivals is when the old actors show up, and it just makes me feel like a mummy.
I yeah. I'll say one thing. Listen, Dan Aykroyd's back in a lot of it. Uh, Bill Murray is in it for like 2 scenes, but he's standing up and joking around. So I'm like, okay, good. He's having a fun time.
It's one of the and I wanted to get when I talk about like the old actors being in it. If it's like a cameo or like a one scene thing, that doesn't bother me. That's fine. But it's when they're like a main character. Like I remember the one that got me the most was the new Terminator, and then it was like when old Arnold and Sarah Connor showed up, and I'm like, no, because they had something.
I know, yeah. Just don't have a new Terminator.
Well, the new Terminator crew was cool. You had the cyborg
Awesome.
lady. You had some stuff about like crossing the border and like border politics. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting angle. And then you had the twin that was like the goo on the outside, endoskeleton on the inside. I was like, oh man, that's cool. And it's like, no, here comes Arnold, and he's old and like CG because he's too old. And I'm just like, no.
But hold on, the Terminator did its job, and then it's like, well, maybe I'll have a family and not be a killer
Terminator.
robot.
It's just no. I hate that. I hate. All right. Anyway, back to Ghostbusters.
So the whole thing of Ghostbusters is they're back in New York. There's an evil, like ancient Aramaic ghost that freezes people,
The Frost
and also
Ghost.
controls other ghosts. So that's why he's so powerful. He's trying to get to their ghost machine to get all the ghosts out, so he can build his army.
So he wants to. So he's trying to unleash the Danny Phantom Ghost Zone.
Yeah. So the machine they have in Ghostbusters that they put the ghosts in, they've just never done anything with. So it's just full of ghosts from like the 80s.
Oh, okay.
And they just keep adding more on top. So that's the problem.
That just makes me think of that episode of Extreme Ghostbusters where Slimer got sent inside of the ghost trap, and it was like a nightmare. Because he was like, they considered him like a ghost cop, and they're all like, oh, look at you.
He is a ghost cop.
Yeah.
In fact, Slimer lives in the is like still in the firehouse, and he helps save the day.
Does he talk like he did in the cartoons, or did they never pull that trigger?
No, it's just Finn Wolfhard feeding him. What is it?
Ecto Cooler.
No, Doritos.
Oh.
No, it's
it's a Sony movie. It's product placement.
The spicy hot Cheetos is what it is.
Oh, Flamin' Hot Cheetos. That's okay.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos is okay. Drew, what would you feed Slimer?
No, he's you don't have to feed him. He's gonna eat whatever he wants to eat.
No, but like if you're gonna share, like what food? If
he's gonna get table scraps. He's just gonna get like whatever I didn't eat.
No, oh yeah, you scrape it onto the floor and then he eats it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Well, what if he saved you from a ghost possessed pizza?
He gets to eat the pizza. I don't know. I'd give Slimer.
Slimer is like a pet, so I'm gonna very much treat him like Harvey Birdman's boss treated whatever the dog. You know, he's not people. He's not gonna get my table scraps. He's gonna get ghost food.
Hey, yeah, you're gonna make sure Daddy Doggy stays on the floor.
Exactly.
He's not allowed to.
Slimer is not people. You're not people. You do not.
Was Slimer a people? How are we in Danny Phantom rules where like the ghosts are not actually human ghosts, but are like alternate dimension psychic reflections of a person?
So in the go ahead, Drew.
I was gonna say I think it's both because I think Extreme Ghostbusters is still canon, and those weren't like actual people ghosts. I think those were psychic manifestations. And then also I think even looking at the first two movies, those weren't people ghosts. Those were like extra dimensional entities that also just resonated with people ghosts.
So, in the new movie, there are just people ghosts now. More specifically, there's a young girl ghost who died in like the 90s that has a romance with the girl kid Ghostbuster. I keep saying kid. She's like she's like a teenager.
Still a kid.
Yep.
Listen,
I would look at them and say, you are not attractive because you are a child.
Yes.
That's actually a good... True, you put it that way, but that's 100% true. If I look at a human and I'm not turned on at all, I'm like, nah, you a kid.
Yep.
You a kid. You're
so
like
Prince. It's like, sorry, I don't care how cute Ashley may be. She is a child.
Yeah, no, that girl's a child. That's a child. That is a child.
I don't care how vapid Hillary may be. She's an adult and therefore is allowed to be hot and attractive.
Yeah,
that's fair. Also, so they're really done hunting ghosts. Now they just collect haunted items.
They just bust them.
Yeah. They honestly do. They're collecting haunted items, and they have a machine that pulls ghosts from haunted items.
Oh, so they've turned into Luigi's Mansion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Until they use someone uses the machine on a person, and then they just become a ghost.
Oh. I thought you were going to say they just rip their soul out of their body.
No,
and
that's
I was
it.
like, so wait, does the body just crumple to the floor?
Yeah. She like passes out, and they're like, all right, I got 2 minutes before my body dies, so me and my ghost girlfriend can be together.
Like the Slimer, like the Casper movie where Casper became a real boy at the end.
Yeah, yes. Like it's reverse Casper.
Yes.
Well, wait. See, okay, so if I was writing this movie, I would A, not have written this movie, but B, if I was hired to touch up this script for a juicy Hollywood paycheck, I would then be like, haha, gotcha, 90s girl possesses your dead body because she wasn't interested in you. She was interested in living again.
I like that.
Oh, man. Well, there is a betrayal, so, you know.
I also would like the idea if there's, like, human ghost, you could have, like, a different kind of ghost busting where you could appeal to, like, someone's, like, humanity and talk it out. Where, like, obviously, like, the bug monster eel ghost, like, you can't reason with it, but if it's, like, the librarian ghost, maybe you could just help them pass on. You know, you
the librarian ghost is still in the library.
Yeah, maybe...
They just have her do a jump scare. And I'm like, why is that ghost still there? They have Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Maybe like, they've talked to the ghost. And
maybe she's just an employer.
Nolan! Speaking as someone who works in university libraries, we do not have the budget to pay for the Ghostbusters to come bust our ghosts.
That's true.
I'd also imagine if she's still doing some kind of basic custodial librarian thing, they just leave it.
Hold on.
She's still.
It is okay. So it is down at the bottom. Patton Oswalt is the one that's in charge of the lower level of the New York Library, and he is friends with Dan Aykroyd's character.
Okay.
So maybe they came to like an agreement with the ghost, like, hey, stop fucking, make sure it's like, you know, properly shelved, and we'll leave you alone. Won't send you to the death jail.
Also, anything that can potentially bring patrons into the library, why would you get rid of that?
Exactly.
Wow, that guy's so cool.
You
He's
know.
gonna get to this stop sign so much sooner than I am.
Oh hell
like,
yeah! He's making time to stop.
Wow, look at that! I'm right behind him again, guys.
Damn!
Passed,
How'd you
he
do
passed
it?
me on a 2-lane road.
Like the movie kind of sucks. I'm not gonna say watch it. There's two interesting things they do with it, which is they bring in people that have magic.
I like magical powers. Why don't they just bring in like Yamishibais? Put those in there.
Yeah, put Gegege no Kitaro into it.
Yeah, put some yokais in there.
You know what would be sick? If Ray shot a spirit gun.
Yeah,
put that in there.
No, okay, so what it is they now have this like ancient Aramaic group that have been like making sure this ghost doesn't come back, and they all have pyrokinesis. So that's the power. But it's like, okay, now there's magic in it, cool, but they still also they're like, okay, we have to use science and magic to beat the ghost.
Like, I kind of don't like that there's magic. Like, one of the whole appeals of Ghostbusters to me is it's the paranormal looked at strictly through a scientific lens.
I feel, I don't know.
Yeah, but then the science doesn't work. So you need a little extra. Well, hold on a second. They actually do figure it out.
Science does. Science doesn't work all the time, and then you make 200 light bulbs until you find the right way to make a light bulb.
No, then you're like, okay, we need a better conductor. Let's use this material because it's psychically charged.
Well, you see,
then it makes you stronger.
Your laser.
What's the backpack called?
The proton pack.
Proton pack.
Yeah, you make a stronger proton pack that can actually hurt the new super ghost.
Well, what you need to do is they need to steal from the
Stop
classics.
all the ghosts that are coming through.
Exactly.
Yes, that is literally what they need to do.
That is what they need to do.
Also,
I would just say always steal from Arcanum of Steamworks Obscura, the old game where magic and technology were diametrically opposed, so that wizards had to sit at the back of the trains because wizards would like affect due to magic would affect with the train's friction ratios. It would cause it to like the boiler to explode.
If you're a really powerful wizard, you can't get on that air blimp or it's going down.
It's gonna explode. Because a lot of it's like magic warps with the fundamental laws of nature, and science is due to that. And if resurrection magic does not work in a city, there's too much electricity. It just doesn't work. Or my favorite part of the hit Nicolas Cage trash film, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, where to beat evil Morgan Le Fay, their plan was they put a Tesla coil on a car and ran into her. Because he's like the Tesla coil was doing its zapping and it was interfering with her magic, and the car is just a car. It hit her. I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of Ghostbusting we want to see, where you have like Zool the Destroyer. It's like, yeah, but can you deal with this?
Put the Tesla coil on the Ecto-1.
Yeah, just ran into her. You can't handle that. It's like, oh hell, that hurts real bad. They didn't have those in the 1200s.
Yeah. Oh, also, at one point,
Paul Rudd on a horse.
There you go.
With a horse hurt.
The only other good part of the movie is at one point, Paul Rudd says, "Bustin' makes me feel good," and I clapped.
You clapped when you saw it?
I'm like, good. I clapped when I said, he said, "Bustin' makes me feel good."
Do they play the hit YouTube song "Bustin'"?
Yeah.
I wish.
They should have.
They should have.
That song about nutting?
Yeah.
Makes me feel good.
Yeah, because busting makes you feel good.
Yeah, thank you, Neil Cirsoriga. God bless you.
Real garbage
that one
here.
again, Kevin, or are you good with it?
What?
I think he's good with
that one again, or are you good with it?
Nope, one and done.
Anyway, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, garbage movie. Don't waste time on it unless it's free. That's it.
In the exact opposite, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Part 1.
Incredible. All of
He does
those.
the motorcycle jump into a base jump off a cliff, doesn't he?
Yeah, it does. It's great.
Oh
I
That
man.
saw
movie.
I saw the making of for that stunt.
Though all of the Mission Impossible movies are pretty good to
Yeah.
excellent, and this one's like extremely good. I liked it a lot. It's like one of those 2 hour 30-minute movies, and it don't feel its length because something cool's happening. I liked it. I
I
liked it a
think I've
lot.
only I think I've seen the first 4 Mission Impossibles.
I've seen them all, but a lot of them I can't remember. Next year, before part 2 comes out, my dad and me are planning to just rewatch all of them.
Last one I watched was Fallout. Was that the one before Dead Reckoning?
I don't remember.
It's the one where he has to fight Henry Cavill.
That's the one before. Henry Cavill
Okay.
is the one before Dead Reckoning.
All right, good. I'm caught up then.
Which one has Seymour Philip Hoffman in it?
That's the Brad Bird one. That's in the desert.
Okay.
That's a good one too. They're all pretty good. I'm just saying this movie feels I haven't seen like a blockbuster that felt like an old-timey blockbuster, and by old-timey I mean late 90s to early 2000s, where you would go to a movie and go like, damn, that's a movie.
You need a Bad Boys 2-esque blockbuster. I get
you.
And
You need an Independence Day-esque blockbuster.
I would say this gives me the feel of blockbuster, and also kind of like, you're not going to make these. They don't make them like this anymore, and they probably never will.
Because they just put it on a green screen now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Tom Cruise with his star power and insanity will make them do the stunts, and it does look way better when your car chase is actual cars and not like a CG car. Where you're not getting to the point of where we've gotten in superhero movies, where I'm just saying, just make it a cartoon if it's so much CG. It would look better.
God, I hate it. It's just...
I don't like them calling live action stuff when it's just CG. Yeah, it kind of pisses me off.
Just make it a 2D animated cartoon. If you're doing this much, just get out of here.
Yep.
Anyway, Mission Impossible is pretty good. Okay, Drew, do you have anything to talk about?
Huh?
I said, do you have anything to talk about?
Oh yeah, so I found out that the library has access to a subscription for Comics Plus.
Oh hell
and so I've just been reading Skull-Faced Bookseller Honda-san.
Hell yeah.
Yeah!
Oh, it's so good. I think Honda-san's actually a woman.
That's fine.
The biggest twist ever.
That's even better. Get in the bone zone.
But yeah, so it's one of the chapters is they write about going to get their employee customer relations training. And they're even like, oh, I'm just doing this for comic material.
Hell yeah, that's one of the benefits when you're doing a comic if something garbage happens. You just say, it's content.
And then a bonus chapter is about how she got in trouble for writing about the customer.
Good.
And so now she has to like take all of her manuscripts to her editor for approval and to like her direct supervisors at work for approval.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember. Like,
yeah.
She has like a weird character for her manager or her editor.
Yeah, she does a seal.
Yeah, there is a seal. I love Honda-san so much.
Good.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so great. It's so silly. I love fun little silly ones.
Yep. And like, we never met Magician, like, distribution head clerk of Magician Thon.
Oh.
It's just, it'll be like, we need something. It's like, oh, we can't find it. It's like, somehow you talk to the distribution head clerk, and he'll get it for you. Or if, like, you've done something nice and helpful for him, you'll just get, like, a really good shipment of supplies. Like, and just, they have a nice little note on just thanks, and it's like Berserk Collector's Edition, and it's like, oh, what?
Oh, the big one. Those are the fancy ones. The hardbound ones. The big berserks. Anyway, I'm just gonna talk. Drew's probably doing something.
Yeah, I'm checking out at the grocery store.
Hell yeah. Also, I have okay. So the bugs are attacking our house.
Termites.
Yeah, they are termites. We are getting ready to move out of the house because that is the straw that broke the camel's back of things that need to be fixed and repaired to sell the house. So we're just like, screw it. It all must go.
What do you do with termites? Like, is it just like you're done, or is it?
Oh, you gotta like you gotta have the guys come over and they gotta like drill into the walls and put the anti-termite stuff in there. And then they gotta dig holes in the front yard because apparently termites come from the underground. Like they're not coming.
Underdark.
Yeah, they're coming in from below the house.
Oh, jeez.
So they have to like drill and dig holes and do crap, and then you have to have people come in and fix stuff and assess. It's a nightmare, and we also have to like fix the roof, and it's one of these things where it's just like, if we're just leave the house, get all of our crap out, downsize, and then sell it. That's the plan.
Let someone else buy a fixer-upper.
That is literally the plan.
Yeah.
Just like, you want it, good luck.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's also next to like they installed a pump, right? Because there's a reservoir next to the house. I don't know what else to describe.
It's like a sinkhole. It's a sinkhole that's next to the house. The city kept trying to sell that sinkhole to people, and no one bought it because it's the city's land. They're like, yo, you want the sinkhole? And no one's like, no.
All you gotta do is fill it in yourself, and then boom, you got some nice land.
It floods every time it rains.
It's still a sinkhole, so if you fill it in, it will still keep sinking.
It'll keep sinking, yeah. Yeah. Which makes it pretty good when you're living there, because that means you have no neighbors.
Yep.
Apparently, also, we have like the lot next to us, which we're also getting rid of.
Oh.
But yeah, so that's like moving has to happen, which means poor Dear Sweet Bandit has to go to the vet on Friday.
Oh.
Because we do not have vaccination records for her.
Oh, poor girl.
Oh, yeah.
So she has to get her shots. And she's not going to be happy about that because she gets terrified when someone is at the door. She will run up and hide.
Have you haven't had to like move her a lot, have you? Have you had to put her like in a carrier that much?
Yeah, we do. I know the technique, which is you put her on a towel, you wrap her up like a burrito, and then you put her in the cat carrier. Okay. So I can do it.
We have two cats that love the carrier, and then we have one cat who absolutely hates it. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, that's just how they be. Also, I gotta go on the trip this weekend to Austin.
Yeah. Oh, to my turf.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm still struggling. I'll do this on air. It doesn't matter. Not specifics, but I'm still trying to get in touch with my mom back and forth. There's a large delay of just won't answer text. Yeah. There are two kinds of people in this world: people that answer their text whenever it happens, and then times that'll answer it like a day or two later. You know how it is.
Listen, sometimes you forget. It happens sometimes.
And sometimes it just doesn't go off. It's like 1 out of like 10. It's just like, nah, I ain't turn it on. You're like, why? Which I think is a good feature that all phones have, because then you have plausible deniability to like not answer a text. Like, it just didn't turn on. Sometimes that's true.
Turn off read receipts. I hate read receipts.
Oh, those are terrible. But anyway, so I was thinking, Drew, it's either Sunday or Tuesday I would like to do a dinner/evening thing. I think Tuesday is better because a bunch of other idiots are coming to see the eclipse on Monday, and I imagine it would be less crowded on a Tuesday.
So Sunday would be better for me personally.
Okay, then Sunday was probably the better idea. So I'll tentatively plan for that. I don't know where to eat or where to go, so you'll just put the information in the Discord or on the text. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
And and we can just pick y'all up too.
I think it's. I don't think we need that because we're gonna have like different people, like my sister and stuff, arriving at different times. But like, nah, it's cool to. My big thing is like, nah, I want to do a nice dinner where my mom can tell you about her farm and show you pictures of cows, and it'll be great. It'll be nice. It'll be a nice trip. Even though I'm not super thrilled about it, but then again, I'm not super thrilled about leaving my room, so it's that kind of deal.
I know.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Oh, it'll be fine. Listen, it's Penn and Teller's travel rules, and you got to follow them, which is never go to any place where money cannot save you. I have a credit card, and that's their like. Listen, if you have your credit card, your phone, and your ID, you can get by. It don't matter.
That's a solid rule.
It really is.
It's. I'm saying I like Penn and Teller a lot. They had a really good. If you have Amazon Prime, they did a thing where they went around the world and saw like magicians in other countries, and it was incredible. They did their grand trick of the Indian rope trick, which I will spoil the Penn and Teller thing, where like. So the Indian rope trick is the thing where they play like the snake charmer flute and the rope goes up and you're supposed to climb the rope and then go down and the rope turns limp. And apparently that is like a complete fabrication. So what Penn and Teller did is they had like someone start doing the trick in like a theater. And then a bunch of people paid to just say that, yeah, they did it. And then by having enough people said that they saw them do it in like a crowd, other people outside believed them. So it was a grand social engineering thing. And I'm like, oh man, that's great. It's like that one thing of The Masked Magician where they said, how do you do magic on TV? And the correct answer is everyone on the audience is in on it. Yeah. That's how you do it. It's pretty good. But yeah, so that's going on.
Yeah, it'll be a fun look.
No,
Plus,
it'll be
also
fun.
Don't stare directly into the solar eclipse.
No, listen, I know the correct solar eclipse technology is something we did when you did a thing. It's the paper trick. You get 2 pieces of paper, you put a hole in the one, and then you hold it up, and then you just see it happening while looking down at the shadow.
You make a pinhole projector.
Yeah. You don't even need the pinhole projector. You just put that piece of paper on the ground. Like you hold it.
Yeah, it's a pinhole projector.
Yeah, you do that, but you don't have to do like the box method.
No.
But yeah. You can also technically make like the sign that you're gonna do, like if you hold it below your waist and hit someone, you just hold it out, it'll work too. It's pretty neat. That's some hot eclipse watching pro tips. I hope there's gonna be a blood sacrifice. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like if the Godhead shows up, I'm like, oh sweet.
We have to appease the dark gods, This will be Kevin. Kevin's Bailet is going to change.
Oh man, yeah. I wouldn't do the Bailet. I wouldn't.
They're like, listen, Kevin, we'll get rid of those bugs for you.
Okay, now hold on.
But you have to give up what you love the most: League of Legends and Magic: The Gathering.
No. Well, okay, Okay, actually, I could get that. That's
World of Warcraft.
No, it would have to be like you would have to.
3 Bs.
You would have to say something like video games parentheses the good ones, and I'm like, no. Because Because if you just said video games, like, I don't know, I could handle that. My intent is to get Balatro for the Switch. That's gonna be the game. I hear good things about that from Universal, and it's like $15. And I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of game I could just play on the Switch. I also am thinking about getting a book. Part of me is really considering buying Dune the novel so I can say that I read it.
Okay, good.
Read the first one. Don't read any of the other
ones. No, I'm
not
going to read like The God Emperor Returns to the Worm Man. I just want like classic.
I'm glad someone else is on the same kick as I am, because I'm trying to get back into Dune, and then I'm also trying to get into Discworld.
Yeah.
I really want to read Discworld. And I've heard, like, don't start with the first Discworld, start with the second Discworld.
Well, that's
my friend told me, don't start with the first ones, go to the fourth Discworld. That's the best one to start with.
So I have heard start with the one where the girl is a wizard, and we get to find out that the world is sexist. And it's like, girls can't be wizards, but it's like, but no, she's literally a wizard, though. No, she gotta be a witch, but no, she's a wizard.
Yeah. I feel like a book. Might not be that one. I might just read a Warhammer
Go to your
book.
local public library.
Oh, heck yeah. But read Lunar Wolves. One of the Lunar Wolves books. Those are the best ones.
Read those across the river. It's like a deep south paint book.
Ooh. There's also like I'm always eternally torn of like, should I read like a classic actual literature? And then it's always like, but you could also read like Twice Dead King.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, but I do want to know about the Twice Dead King. He's What about Elminster? I hear he went to hell.
Unless you're going to do a deep dive on the classic literature, I would say no.
No, I don't. Because I've been listening. I've also, thanks to Drew, I've been going through the Range Touch like stuff.
Yeah, they're good.
I went through all of their. I went through all the Homestuck one, and I went through all of their Fallout stuff, which is very good. And now I'm working on their Baldur's Gate ones, which I'm enjoying. I'm probably gonna put the shelved by genre one where Austin Walker shows up. That's gonna be on the phone for the trip. It feels like one that I could have on the phone. Just put it all on there.
Yeah.
Just like
I'm a big fan of those guys.
I like there's a toe like the Baldur's Gate one is like the earliest one, and he kind of gets into the rhythm by like episode 4. Like, it's amazing how quickly they go from like kind of early to like, nah, this is good. Is where, oh god, I can't remember his name. Is it Cameron?
Yeah.
Yeah, or he was taught like the guy he's playing Baldur's Gate with had the issue where he's playing a barbarian with no healer. So every time he was resting, it took like 3 weeks to get to full health, and he was failing every single NPC side quest because he'd be like in both games, when you hit like take a short rest, he like rested till healed, and he was like 3 months because like after every combat, it was like natural healing. It took like 3 weeks per heal. And all those quests are like they have like a time limit, so it's just he failed every single one. He just said, "Screw it, I'm going solo," and he played the game with one character. Worked out.
Turns out that is not the way to play the game.
Actually, it turns out that is the way to play Baldur's Gate 1. He had a way easier time because the game does like shared experience. So your one guy is going to be like a level 5 fighting level 2s. Apparently his barbarian would just run in, turn on barbarian rage, and kill everyone. And he's like, I had a great time.
All right.
But yeah, so I highly recommend. Listen to those podcasts. They're better than this one.
Seriously.
They're very good.
I don't know why you're here. I mean, finish this one first, and then go.
Nah,
The better ones.
Yeah, go follow that one.
Yeah, that's this. It's one of those things where there's a non-zero chance where Kevin could get onto those podcasts.
Oh, I could.
Yes.
I could flex my connections and try to.
Like,
I just don't wanna.
I'll say what, he's got like a 15% chance that he could do that.
There's theoretical possibilities if I really wanted to cash in my clout. I'm just saving it. I feel like I like if I need to cash in all my clout, it has to be for something monumental.
He's saving it for one Zangief pet.
I'm saving
Green
it.
Dragon Con.
Yeah, I'm saving. I am saving. Yeah, for the Green Dragon Con. I'm just gonna cash it all in. No, I'm saving it for in case of the inevitable bad thing where I have to hit the GoFundMe and then I have to cash in all social clout. Please save me.
Please save me.
Basically, something has gone horribly, horribly wrong. Save me.
The termites are inside me. Please save me.
It's like the Siege of whatever, where they were in the walls. Because they are in the walls. They actually got into the vents. It's like actual aliens.
Ew.
They were coming out of the vents.
And I've been feeling just fine. Gotta be down.
Yep. It's pretty cool. I don't like termites. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of that.
Is it all termites or just certain species that are like somehow magnetically tuned?
I don't know. That seems like something that a Z Frank video would talk about, and I don't know.
Because I know, like, some species for sure they'll build their termite mounds and all of them are facing north.
I feels like that would work. That's probably the mound ones. It feels like a mound thing that they're doing for, like, sun. And they're doing it to, like, heat and cool their giant, like, desert mounds so they can function correctly. Yeah, or as Drew said, we need to get the ants from ants, and then they can have a war in the walls. And then the Woody Allen ant can become a soldier, and then the Tim Allen ant can become the Dig ant. Remember?
No, it's not Tim Allen.
I thought it was Tim Allen.
No, it's Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone was Big Ant in Ants?
He was in Ants?
Yes!
Why did I think it was Tim Allen? Is that because I'm thinking of Woody and like Buzz? And my brain is just...
I guess. Yeah, you're thinking Woody Allen, so Woody Allen.
Okay, that makes sense. I could see the neurons connecting that. Man, ants.
And then, who is it? It's someone weird is like the head ant in Ants.
It's Christopher Walken.
Is it Christopher Walken?
No, or is it Gene Hackman? I'm looking at it right now.
Gene Hackman is there. Is General
Ant.
Why were these people doing this? Okay, because of
money.
And then the Wasp, Dan Aykroyd, and I can't. But they're like, but no, they're Wasp though. They're like white Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah, I love it.
Environments.
I remember the trailer of Ants.
Will not understand.
Was it like the trailer of Ants? 90% of it was like the picnic scene. I remember that like they were really trying to push like the picnic scene when the most of that movie is like the ant class struggle.
I
actually liked how the termites looked at ants though. They were cool. They reminded me of Starship Troopers. I'm like, hell yeah.
Come on, do you ants want to live forever?
No, that's specifically.
No, we're not. We're going to be dying soon, so let's get out there and do our job. Man, I'm really glad we don't live in like some sort of ant society.
Honestly, I think it'd be better than what we do have.
Depends on what kind of ants we're talking about.
Yeah.
Depends on what class of ant I am.
Yeah, like I don't want to be the honeypot ant where like I'm just bloated. I don't want to be that one.
I want to be like a Miriam ant. That'd be sick.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
I want to be an ant that has to take care of the aphids.
That's
You
okay,
could be
Ant.
Peggy.
Yeah.
That's an okay. What about like, and I don't want to be the one where it's like your head has grown to such a large that it's the door to your ant hole,
Oh,
yeah.
hell yeah.
and you
The
just put.
bouncer?
I feel like guard
The
ant would be awesome.
bouncer.
No, you're not. You're not a guard ant. You're just like the door itself.
You are the
Yeah.
door, exactly.
Not the bouncer.
No, but
That's the
those
perfect
ants are
bouncer.
like the huge mandibles, the big boys.
I like that ants, if one of them gets infected with the fungus that mind controls, the other ants will banish that ant from the colony.
Hell yeah!
We'll throw it in the trash. Be like,
Throw
no, you
that
can't come
Oh,
back.
yeah.
cordyceps out of there. The only reason I know that's because of Last of Us. If there's like some kind of thing where it sounds like I'm real smart, it's because it showed up in some kind of nerd garbage.
Kevin, I didn't know
would've-
you liked prestige television.
I think. Oh, thanks for reminding me because I want to rant about the Halo TV show and how it's like incessantly frustrating. Because
I don't hear good things. I don't hear good things.
the problem with it, so Cowboy Bebop Netflix was bad and the production values were bad and like they obviously didn't know what they were doing. Like you know, it's that kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like what I would describe Halo is what if One Piece had like the production values of live action One Piece, but the writing of Netflix Cowboy Bebop.
Oh.
Or like they got halfway there and it makes it way worse.
Oh, so it's the live action Yu Yu Hakusho show.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess I didn't see it. But like the production part in the Halo, it looks really good. And like they do some stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's an interesting thing. And then they're just getting lore stuff and crap wrong, like on purpose. And I'm like, what are you doing?
So to me, that is actually the simplest problem to have. Because then all you need to do is to find a rip of it where you can turn off the dialogue, and then you still have like the visuals and the music.
You could probably get by with watching the YouTube compilation Halo Master Chief firefight scenes, and you're like, okay,
Yeah, like,
it looks
like
pretty
you can
cool. Like the first
enjoy
scene of
it
the
as
show is really cool because you see like a random human rebel outpost colony, and then the Covenant show up, and they don't know what they are. They don't know what the aliens are. Like, what the hell is this? And you're like, oh, okay, that's
Also,
cool.
I'll be honest, I know dick all about Halo. My understanding is that aliens show up and we go to war with them, and then it turns out that they were trying to warn us about other aliens.
No, so Halo
Is that wrong?
Yes. So Halo is basically there was a and they kind of go into this at the show. I thought they were going into this, but then they kind of backpedal. So you have your aliens-esque military kind of planetary government and a bunch of colonies and stuff. So your typical your Earth Federation and then your United Colonies out in space. And
Okay, you're Gundam and you're
your
Earth.
Xeon. And the Halo Master Chiefs were designed to completely super soldiers to put down the rebellion. So they were not meant for aliens. They were meant to kill the rebels of the humans, to put them into line. It just so happened that as they were starting that up, the aliens attacked, and that your super soldiers were really effective against them. And
how many Halos did they make?
like
Just the one Master Chief?
no, they
made
bunch.
bunch.
There's a bunch of Master Chiefs.
Like Master Chief is like version, I think
He's
4.
2. He's a
version
Spartan 2. They're on to like Spartan 4. Anyway, yeah. And it's cool. They don't really do Master Chief very well. Like every character is wrong in Halo, which is the TV show, which is fascinating because they didn't need to be. It also has the thing where if Master Chief was just a random Spartan, I think it would work better.
One of those.
Because like Master Chief has character development throughout the games. There's not a lot, but there's enough in there where this guy, he's like, TV Master Chief is like very emotionless and kind of confused, and that was never Master Chief. Like, Master Chief was very sympathetic and human. It's why he was the Master Chief. He was a natural charismatic leader. Also, he was the luckiest one. That was his grand, like, talent or whatever. He was not the strongest, the smartest, or the bravest. He just kind of got lucky. That was his... And then they didn't talk about how, like, the reason why humanity's losing is because the alien spaceships are better. Like, just completely better. It takes 3 human spaceships to kill 1 alien one, and that's why humanity's just losing. Cortana is not an AI yet. They also in the show, like, hey, Master Chief has been going on for, like, according to the show, years. The Covenant War, when it's not that fast, and they called Master Chief the Demon, even though they only call him the Demon after he blew up Halo.
Apparently,
it's weird. And Reach is like the United Planet Federation. It's weird. It's like if you are a Halo dork and you're watching this show,
isn't right.
It's like a cat being pet the wrong way. You're just like against the grain. You're like, why does it have to be like this?
Yes.
It would have been easier just to not change it.
Like, yeah, I don't. At some point, even just they could have looked at Red versus Blue and been like, why was this successful? Oh, because it told its own story in the Halo world.
I think that would have been. It would have been less, because there's obviously, like, I'm okay with changing things to make it work for a TV show. Like, I'm fine with minor changes and dealing with it. It's like they made like Commander Keyes like a black dude in the Halo TV show, and that's fine because the actor they got was good. It's one of those, like, we need a good actor for this guy, and we have a black dude who's a good actor. That's fine. I don't care. Whatever. In fact, I think they should have made Master Chief black. I'm saying it. I'm saying it right here.
Yeah.
It would have
should have been Denzel.
It would have been cool.
Should have been Double Dong Denzel.
Yeah, Double Dong Denzel.
Yeah. Only one person's man enough to play Master Chief.
Exactly.
There's only a triple dong Wesley Snipes out there.
but it's like it's that kind of thing. It's nerds getting mad about, like, the woke stuff, and I find, like, no, you're getting mad at the wrong thing.
No, I'm gonna get mad at woke stuff if I don't like it. But if I like the game, then I'm not gonna say anything.
Listen, Kevin, they can't say the N-word, so they have to say something. Like,
you're not wrong.
That's all it is. It's they said thugs, they said DEI, now they say woke.
There you go.
And that's what it pretty much is every time. It's like, man, you really want to say it, don't you?
So does that mean, are they gonna go into our territory of recess and they're gonna start saying womps? Like that entire episode with what happened to the word womp, where they tried to ban womp, and they're like, no, we have to have this word. We have to say it, because otherwise we can't say anything else.
Womp's a workaround for actual swears.
Yeah.
I remember how that episode resolves. Because I know that they specifically call out dang it. Because it's like, we let that one get away from us, and look at where we are now.
I just remember the ending was TJ having to give a speech to the PTA. Just says, please just let us say this word. It's literally nothing. And then they eventually caved. We always got to...
The problem is once you're allowed to say it, then it's like, kind of loses it.
I don't know. I like creative non-swears.
Yeah, I do too.
I am a big fan. I think a creative non-swear makes your vocabulary sound way more interesting.
Well, and then it's also Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's also good where if you never swear, then suddenly swear words have power again.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Like if you never drop any, and then suddenly you drop one because you need to drop one,
Yeah.
people take notice, and it's like, yes, this is a powerful
Sometimes
word.
you gotta draw the F-bomb when you stub your toe. Because if you always say it, then people don't know how much it hurts when you stubbed your toe.
Mm-hmm.
But when you slam it and you just scream it, then they can understand how much you hurt your toe, and then your toe has a little bit of bruise on the nail. I'm saying this from personal experience fairly recently.
Yep.
Because it's one of those where I had to go tinkle in the middle of the night, and then I was walking back to bed, and I just slammed my foot into the bed. Because you think I would know where my bedpost is, but apparently at like 3 a.m. I do not.
Not in the dark.
Not in the dark.
Bedpost could be anywhere.
Could be, and I'm not going to turn on the light like a chump because then it's going to take even longer to get back to sleep.
Yep.
No, listen.
My eyes have adjusted.
You gotta do you do what I do, which is I have one smart bulb in my house, and that's the light to my bedroom. And I just yell. I say, "Turn on the light." I say, "Alexa, turn off light."
Okay.
And I say, "Alexa, turn on light."
Okay.
Okay, sorry, she just did it. So,
Oh,
Hell
it's
yeah.
great.
that's it's my go-to. Anyone says turn on or turn off, whatever. My initial reaction is always just to clap, because I want it to be a clapper so bad, and I know one day it will be a clapper.
Yeah. I'm also watching the Orville. The Orville's pretty good.
Orville's good.
Shockingly good.
I gotta watch the final season. But damn, that show's.
It's all right.
If you wanted Star Trek, there it is.
It's like Star Trek with enough with some Seth MacFarlane Family Guy stuff, but not enough to overpower the Star Trek parts.
Yes.
It's like it's pleasant. It's pleasant. If I would say if you want to get someone into Star Trek and they've liked a Family Guy kind of show, I think it's the perfect onboarding vehicle.
If they really like the Star Wars Family Guy specials,
yeah, because there's enough Seth MacFarlane that like the person's gonna get in there, but the Star Trek parts are actually well done. Like you're getting well done episodes, so you're gonna stick around.
Listen, you're gonna get fun little bits, but then also it's gonna be here's a race that is asexual, or not asexual. It's all male.
Yeah, that's the one. The next episode is where he has his.
You're meeting the Namekians?
Basically, yes. They have eggs. They are. I didn't think of it. Yeah, they're Namekians.
Yes. If Namekians were just like, yo, we just make space weapons, and our planet is horribly polluted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so like the warmongering Namekians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The evil ones that were banished.
Slug. The Lord
yes.
Slug.
Like, if Lord Slug had his own thing, but then they also turned good. Kinda.
But then they joined the Space Federation.
They joined Starfleet, so they had to reform. Because that's what happens.
But then it's like, okay, what if the all-male race, there's a girl being born, what do we do about this?
Yeah.
Force them to get a sex change. And then all the humans are like, whoa, hang on, don't do that.
Yeah, see, it's the classic Star Trek morality issue of your own Earth morality with, like, an alien morality. Where it's like,
yeah,
how do you handle this?
You can't judge them based on yourself.
But you still do. You obviously do because you're human. But then you're also like, I don't know, it's not... Instead of being 100% wrong, you're like 90% wrong. And that 10%'s like, Then at that point, you just gotta say, fuck it. We're gonna break the thing. We're gonna fix it. I don't care.
We're gonna break the Prime Directive.
Oh man, I'd break the Prime Directive so hard.
And
I think I could be a Starfleet captain. I'd like wipe out. Like if I went to like the planet and they're like, "Here's our like fascism planet," I'm like, "Nah, you don't get into space." you don't.
I'd be a really good number 2 because I'd just be like, "Captain, don't do this." All right.
Like, I'm already doing it.
Already doing like, come on,
Exterminatus, baby. Let's go. Ugh. We doing it.
He's doing it.
We making it happen. Anyway, tell me, tell me, tell me which Star Trek and space fleets would you exterminatus in the comments below. Like Tyranids, obviously, wipe them out. Orcs, get rid of them. Tau, you're cool.
Tau, you're all right.
You're all right.
Orcs, we'll be like, hey, I hear there's some really strong guys over there, and send them towards your enemy.
Well, that's the problem. Is that that's the Tyranid problem, where they're fighting each other, and now they're getting strong.
Octarius.
Yeah, the Octarius situation is the orcs and the Tyranids are basically fighting each other, but then whoever's going to come out of that's going to be supercharged.
Oh, Kevin, did you not hear?
I did not. What? What?
The Tyranids won.
Killing me.
Yeah, sorry. The Tyranids won Octarius.
Oh, I didn't know about that. That's some new lore revelations.
Yeah. They're stronger now. That's where all the big bugs are coming from.
Oh, that makes sense. That's where you're getting all like the Norn emissaries and crap. Cool. I have some ideas about the Tyranids.
Oh man.
I'm going to end with this. My Tyranid headcanon is
What's a Tyranid?
The bugs.
Big
bugs from Starship Troopers, Drew.
Oh, okay.
Because Mr. Games Workshop himself has just stolen everything from everything. If you think something is sci-fi, Games Workshop has nommed it up and he's put it in his thing.
Who's
James Workshop.
Yeah, James Workshop, who owns Games Workshop, the personification of Games Workshop. He's known as James Workshop.
Nope,
Yeah.
I have no idea
he's the same as John Halo,
like John Halo, Bobby
or
Cotter,
John Netflix.
The dinosaurs that owned Shigeru Miyamoto. Whenever you're talking to him about Nintendo,
those fuckers got it.
Yeah. But anyway, my theory is that the Tyranids are actually the old ones from In Heaven. And in a Resident Evil boss, they just said, fuck all y'all, and they injected themselves to turn them into the bug swarm. They're not really from, Alder the Galactic. They just lost to the Necrons, and, they just say, fine, eat it. We're coming back as just the endless bug swarm. Anyway, that's my theory.
I like that. That's a good one.
Because that's why Sarek the Silent King went out. Because he knew he was chasing him. He's guard dog. The big dog. Silent King. He would bark, but he's silent. Anyway. Later days. Bye.
Later days.